Hello, welcome to our 2016 webinar series on modern ERP. I'm Ruthie Sloan, Marketing Specialist for Revolution Group, and I'll be your host for our discussion today. I have a few housekeeping items to go over. We will be recording this session to post on our website, so if you would like to share today's information or revisit it, you will be able to do so. Also, we will have a Q&A session at the end of our webinar today. So feel free to submit questions throughout the presentation. Just type them in the control panel on your screen. We will do our best to answer all of the questions at the end. I am pleased to welcome Bill Solar with Supplier Six Sigma and Revolution Group's Josh Long as they discuss leveraging modern ERP to go lean. For those of you who don't know us, Revolution Group is a Central Ohio-based technology solutions provider founded in 1995. Our partnerships with Plex, Salesforce, and Microsoft allow us the expertise and resources necessary to facilitate our customers' growth. We have been extremely successful in helping our customers leverage technology to revolutionize their supply chains and improve their businesses. Bill Solar is principal of Supplier Six Sigma and has over 25 years of Lean Six Sigma quality engineering and supply chain management experience. In his role, he provides Lean Six Sigma management coaching for clients throughout the United States, utilizing Lean and Six Sigma methodologies to realize cost savings throughout a company's supply base. He is an expert in operations excellence. On our staff, we are privileged to have ERP consultants, custom developers, and ERP analysts with years of manufacturing and supply chain experience. Josh Long is an ERP consultant with Revolution Group and has years of leadership experience in business process improvement, lean manufacturing, and ERP system selection, deployment, and optimization. He is also a Six Sigma Black Belt who is passionate about lean manufacturing and helping his clients achieve operational success. It is now my pleasure to introduce Bill Solar.
Thank you, Ruthie. I'm happy to be here. I want to start off with a statement. Lean manufacturing is a business culture. Everyone needs to be part of the journey. However, it needs to start with the leadership. Leadership isn't behind the initiative, it will certainly fail. 90% of our process issues can be prevented by the leadership, not the operator. We need to reduce variation and drive toward process control. Dr. Deming was considered a father of quality. He was a leader in process control and was a driver behind Japan's resurgence after World War II. His success led companies like Toyota to create the production lean methodology that we emulate today. He was very focused on measuring our processes to determine if they're under statistical control and to only react when a process is out of control. Many companies do not rely on data to make decisions and do not understand the concepts of statistical control and variation. Usually these companies have lots of data, but do not turn this data into actionable information. There are also many hidden wastes in our companies, just like the tip of the iceberg. One of the first initiatives to work on at the company is to create key performance indicators or metrics for our customer critical processes. We need to let the data drive our efforts. Lean focuses on elimination of waste to more efficiently meet our customers' demands. There are 7 wastes: overproduction, inventory, transportation, overprocessing, waiting, motion, and quality defects. Sometimes these wastes are hard to identify. We either have poor systems to collect the right data or we aren't using our systems to their full capability. It's not that people aren't working hard, they just don't have the right systems in place to help them succeed. We come into work every day with a good attitude, but problems occur. We end up firefighting all day and go home exhausted and demoralized. We don't need new motivation techniques, we just need better systems to allow more people to do more value-added work. At this time, I'd like to introduce Josh Long, who is an ERP consultant for Revolution Group, who will discuss how an ERP system can work in a lean environment.
All right, thank you, Bill. So today we're going to talk about, does ERP work with lean? ERP does work hand in hand with lean. An effective modern ERP system will and can help to reduce waste. There's a common misconception that the two compete, and what's important to keep in mind is that lean is, like as Bill spoke about, is a way of life in manufacturing, and ERP is a tool that we use in our jobs. There are many tools in the toolbox, such as 5S, Kaizen, just-in-time, and all the buzzwords that we hear surrounding lean manufacturing. With ERP, we should just think of as lean as with ERP, we should just think that it's the calculator within our toolbox. Modern ERP systems are very efficient and effective at collecting our data, automates all the math, creates the flow for that data throughout the organization, offers us tools to analyze it, and in the end, it's there to help us aid in making our decisions. Gone are the days where just IT and finance interact with the system. Modern ERPs focus enterprise-wide and within our organization, from sales to shipping. It integrates the data, so no more side projects like going on the floor to collect production data just to build our control charts. Best-in-class ERPs are already on the floor. We're interacting with them and collecting that data real time every day. Modern ERPs and some of the best in the industry are cloud-based, allowing us to keep a global focus, connects us directly to our plants around the country or world, and allow our customers and even suppliers to interact with us too. Technology has advanced to the point that we can and should start using our devices throughout the operation, even on the floor. Our forklifts should have tablets on it, our trucks. We can have terminals next to our presses and even integrate with those machines to collecting that vital data. Modern ERPs will interface with every function within our organization, from customer service, quoting, on to order management, all the way to shipping and even cash collection. Just like lean, modern ERPs do focus on the entire organization. Bill earlier mentioned the 7 forms of waste, and for today we're going to focus on 3 of those, and we're going to get specific about what tools within ERPs will help us to reduce these. Things like quality defect, which is our scrapping and rework at our operations, the waitings and delays that we face every day in our roles, and more importantly, the inventory, even too much or too less. We're going to talk about how to reduce those waste. The first thing we're going to talk about is our quality tools, and specifically 4 areas within modern ERPs that help us improve quality. The first is document control. So at the heart of a solid quality system is the ability to control documents like control plans, work instructions, check sheets, and other inspection methods. It is also the heart of a lean system to have standardized work. As more and more manufacturers are moving away from paper systems, modern ERPs have incorporated the basic functions of document control into the ERP. Connecting the office with the plant floor, the ERP quality tools provide efficient revision control with workflows, drive changes or improvements real time to the operators right on the floor, and other points of use throughout our plants. Integrated document controls with our ERP will reduce waste associated with waiting for approvals, disconnects and where to find the document you are looking for, and even having the wrong instructions on the floor to begin with. Bill spoke earlier today about process control, and Lean and Six Sigma these days work together. With statistical process control, SPC, it's key to measuring and controlling our quality during the manufacturing process. The success of SPC in any manufacturing operation is the ability to use real-time data from the plant floor to continually measure if the process is within control and help to prevent it from ever going out of control. Modern ERPs now integrate SPC right into the systems, collecting data live on the floor and making it available to the production leads, engineering, and quality. Features like email notification will raise flags that a process may be trending in the wrong direction, allowing quick action to prevent quality defects. You should not have to collect the data independently, then dump it into a third-party program to find out if a process is trending in the right direction. That wastes time and could allow quality defects to escape. Quality product is too important to waste on spreadsheets. SPC built into our ERP systems will eliminate waste caused by not collecting real production data and will help to reduce waste caused by quality defects long before the process gets out of control. A third quality tool to help us reduce defects is our gauge management. Managing the tools we use every day is important. Controlling the tools that help us maintain quality is paramount. Gauges are used throughout our organization for anyone who's involved with them. We know that keeping track of them can be a headache. The key to success with gauge management is planning ahead. And sure, a simple spreadsheet will help someone in QC know that a gauge is coming due, But today's ERPs go a step further. Notifications can be sent to QC to let them know gauge is coming due for calibration. Integration with the manufacturing floor and process routings allow notices and even limits to if and when a gauge should or should not be used. ERPs today can help you efficiently manage gauge inventories, calibrations, and even help to prevent someone from choosing that wrong gauge. Gauge management within our ERP system will reduce the waste associated with those non-value-add operations, like sorting, because you found out an outdated gauge was used in your process. The tools will also help reduce delays by planning your schedule around those gauges that are too expensive to have multiples of, which cause scheduling constraints. The fourth quality tool I want to talk about is engineering change notice. So the purpose of an engineering change notice is to control and communicate changes to a part or process. For those of us who have spent any time working with ECNs, the process alone does cause waste. Engineering change notices, or ECNs, have become a staple in modern ERPs. Since a change to a process or part can impact several functions within our teams, from planning, purchasing, and engineering, using our ERP system to flow approvals, roll part revisions, and even sort out our WIP and jobs on the floor will not make the job easy. However, it will make the job easier. Following and working ECR process with an integrated ERP system reduces waste for not only us but our customers too. We eliminate delays in communication and all the duplication of work. The tools are there to ensure we make the right revisions the right way, and the parts the customer wants. All right. The second waste we want to talk about today is waiting. We all wait in our jobs. We wait on people, wait on parts, we wait on processes. One of my favorite tools within a modern ERP is integrated workflow. Because we wait a lot at work, just on the manufacturing floors, we also wait in our offices. And that creates waste. We wait for purchase order approvals. We wait for QC to sign off on an ECN. We wait for engineering to update a BOM. Sometimes we wait for a coworker and they don't even know that we're waiting on them. Workflow in our ERP can dramatically reduce those waits, as a well-written workflow which triggers the next step in the process that they are up the bat. Workflows not only notify our team, they help communicate, providing directions and checklists for each task, ensuring we do not miss a step. When leadership wants to know something, workflows can be used for them to log into the system directly, even from a mobile device, and they can check on the process. They can check on the progress of a process or a customer order. Workflows are one of the best tools that Lean can use today to reduce those waits and delays. Sorry about that. All right, the second tool we want to talk about under waiting is integrated methods and BOMs. And we're going to talk a lot later about requirements planning, but it's important to also mention here that integrated methods and BOMs will reduce waiting. It reduces inventory by knowing what is needed with a priority on when it is needed. That is key to reducing the wait. Integrating routings and BOMs work hand in hand with MES tools on the shop floor, allowing us to consume raw materials real time in the system and allowing us to plan our day. So material handlers can have what the operation needs there when they need it. It is important in lean environments to have what we need when we need it. Not too early and not too late, both are waste, because they consume valuable cash, they hurt cash flow, they consume valuable floor space and precious production time. I mentioned a little bit ago about manufacturing execution software. Modern ERPs today integrate MES systems right into their base modules. If your ERP system does not have an efficient MES tools, you're only getting a piece of the pie. In Lean, we are taught what is value added and what is not value added. And the majority of our processes, the value added is on the manufacturing floor. MES is a tool to control and measure those most valuable operations. ERPs are out there least effective without a proper MES tool. We have all heard those questions like, where is that WIP, who's working on it, or how long is that going to take? Or an employee asking a supervisor what they should work on next. These are all questions answered every day by MES systems. For example, how often do you print out a schedule just to have it changed before lunch? MES provide real-time dispatch lists to ensure we stay on schedule. If you're in production as a supervisor or planner, how many times do you get asked where a part is in WIP? MES allows you, and the person asking for that matter, to see real-time data from the shop floor to track the crucial customer delivery. As a planner, have you ever been faced with a last-minute challenge when you find out that a job you had on the floor was scrapped a week ago, and now you have to rush to get a new job started? MES tools capture real-time production data. They track yields, quality checks, things like rejects and scrap, and more, and even more right on the production floor. You will know when it happens. Modern ERPs will also integrate with our machines directly through our PLCs to reduce wasted time from data entry. Many plants around this world use MES systems to run lights out, where the machines are feeding data straight to the MRP system. Managing value-add operations is critical to the lean environment to ensure waste does not creep in. MES allows you to collect that real-time production floor data, which gives all the functions in your organization access to that data, which will be used to reduce waste. The fourth tool I want to talk about is not something that every operation or every organization uses, but it is around maintenance and tool tracking. If you have maintenance in your company or a tooling department and you've heard the excuse that something can't be done because they're waiting on maintenance or they're waiting on a tool, often overlooked in traditional ERP systems is the integration of maintenance and preventive maintenance tools within modern ERPs. We use these tools to track some of our highest value assets like our machines and other equipment. Along the same lines, we use it to track the maintenance and preventive maintenance of some of our most expensive tooling. Effective PM programs do a lot to reduce quality defects, schedule delays, and that dreaded downtime. Maintenance and tooling integrated with the modern MES system allows real-time data and usage to be tracked, which in turn allows the machine to be maintained not only by the day or month, but by number of cycles, production hours, and even parts produced. When the machine meets a PM milestone, like for example, 1,000 parts were produced, that information can be sent directly to maintenance by generating a work request. A technician on the floor can then log in from a tablet or smartphone and get that request, view their manuals and their checklists for that equipment. Maintenance and tooling modules reduce waste by reducing delays from downtime, scheduling PMs more effectively for that matter altogether. We're going to talk about 4 inventory tools that specifically modern ERPs will help reduce waste around. Inventory is that dreaded word that CFOs hate but customers love, because every piece of inventory from a bolt to a finished good costs us money on the floor. First is material and production planning. One of the largest advantages to a modern ERP system is the ability to plan our material and production requirements. It is often said that those tools will conflict with lean, and if you feel that way, it's time to contact us to help you connect those dots. In lean environments, though, just using a system plan could cause holes in the inventory or even overproduction. We rely a lot on the accuracy of the data provided to us. I often say that an ERP is not going to make you a planner. We still need quality talent at the helm. This is why it is important with any modern ERP to ensure the tools are offered from that system are flexible, your team is trained on them, and they're the experts of what they do. Key tools in ERP to remain flexible and lean with scheduling are things like routings, which allow you to schedule across multiple work centers if needed. Another flexibility is the ability to use cell operations to flow single pieces through your plants. And then the ability to use standard work, which will help us reduce waste by maximizing our setup times, our buys, and our container sizes. To take it a step further, modern ERPs should also work with our Kanbans and other visual triggers on the floor. For example, virtual Kanban boards within the ERPs allow enterprise-wide viewing, maintenance-free worries, so you don't lose those Kanban cards or have a pain for going to the floor to reshuffle the board when needed. Having a modern ERP with flexible MRP and PRP tools will ensure you reduce excessive WIP inventory. It lets the system plan the everyday needs by allowing your top talent to focus on exceptions and taking to the next step. The second inventory tool we want to talk about is traceability. This may not be important to everyone. However, the reality is that there will be a time, and hopefully it's just one time, that a supplier messes up or a machine produces a bad part. Hopefully it's caught in your walls and does not escape. Either case, these are stressful times, especially if you're in food and beverage or making a flight component for a jet engine. This is the worst time to have waste. That waste from digging through production reports or digging through supplier shipments to trace issues back. Best-in-class ERPs think this way, and they put traceability as a priority in their design. Modern ERPs allow you to take a single part by a heat number, a lot, supplier, even a customer's part number, and track it back through its entire life. That wastes no time to help you progress through your root cause work and taking care of your customers. One of the third tools we're going to talk about with inventory control is our mobile tools. These are one of the greatest achievements of technology in our manufacturing, is being able to drive these tools to the production floor and other points of use to capture real-time data, using tablets, barcode scanners, and even cell phones. Businesses are on the go these days, so having leadership being able to access ERP and pull real-time dashboards allow them to reduce waste and unneeded reports and emails. For example, sales should not be bugging your production teams with a request for order status. They should be able to log in from a mobile device and check on that order directly. Mobile tools also connect our suppliers and even our customers to our system, using things like online portals to reduce waste by improving communication, which allows third parties to get the information quickly, reduce the delays, and also helps us to manage the inventory by allowing our suppliers and customers to interact with our system directly to adjust things like forecast. And speaking of forecast, this is the fourth tool that we're going to talk about in inventory control. Forecast is that professional word, like say, we give to the magic 8-ball. The further down the supply chain we are, the harder it is to get our forecast accurate, let alone get our inventory lean to think about just in time. ERP systems should offer a few tools to help us keep our forecasts accurate. One is EDI, which is electronic data exchange. EDI allows us to pass our customer release and forecast quickly and keeps it up to date, and is crucial in reducing our waste in inventory. EDI should also work with your suppliers to be able to pass your requirements down to them and reduce your need to keep excess inventory on your floor. The second tool, which forecasting helps with, is that data. To be able to put an accurate forecast together, we need to be able to access that data. Modern ERPs provide today's company with ease of use, reviewing past performance and future needs. Getting this data quickly and entering that forecast will reduce waste. For example, ordering more than we need from our supplier or producing more than the customer wants. The ability to get to this accurate data, to accurately plan requirements, is a driving metric in keeping us and our inventory lean. Just in time can be achieved if properly communicated down the supply chain. All right, so in closing, those are just three of the types of defects that we measure in lean and we aim to reduce. But the key to connecting the dots between a modern ERP system and lean manufacturing is in three areas. The first is metrics. We use these to define our success. We talked earlier that without data, we just have opinions. The success from using metrics is it keeps us all on the same page of where we are and where we are heading. The days of collecting data and filing it to never be seen again, or having to collect it and then drop it into another software to generate our basic key success indicators like shipments, our inventory values, are long gone. Modern ERPs provide us real-time metrics and dashboards which keep everyone from management to a truck driver on the same page. With that said, our industries have the best practice metrics, but each company and their culture is different. So those modern ERPs do and should be able to provide intuitive tools to view data, and in the end allow you to download that data into tools you use every day like Excel, if that's what your culture needs. But those should be the exceptions, because best-in-industry ERPs will allow you to view what you want when you want it, from your desk or your mobile device. They need to be flexible in today's global markets. The second key to success connecting ERP and lean is through integration. It's how we leverage our data. Allowing quality to use real-time production data to be less reactionary and more preventive is an example. That data should be able to focus on the entire value stream. From the time a customer order is entered, flags should go off and data should flow from sales to planning to purchasing, from engineering to quality, and ultimately from shipping to our customer. Modern ERPs ensure we are talking one language, using the same data, feeding the same dashboards, and staying on that same page. Data flows, and we can always find a lot of non-value-added tasks and costs and how our data is communicated throughout our organization. My experience leads me to know that this is where a lot of waste lives and starts. In closing, lean does and will work with modern ERPs. The right culture with the right tools will reduce waste and inventory, like delays, waiting, defects, and more. If anything, it reduces the waste in tracking our metrics and collecting that data and passing it along. I'm going to leave you with these two quotes. The first is from Tatiana. It talks about costs do not exist to be calculated. Costs exist to be reduced. And that is where Lean helps to reduce waste and reduce your costs. And the second, again, is from Dr. Deming, where he says you can't manage what you can't measure. And modern ERPs will help us to measure what's important to us. Thank you.
Thank you both for that great information. It doesn't look like we've had any questions submitted, so I'll go ahead and wrap things up. Again, thanks to our speakers for being part of our webinar today. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Revolution Group at the number you see there on your screen. Thank you again, Bill and Josh, for presenting, and everyone have a great day.